Good morning, my beautiful brothers and sisters in Yeshua. Today is Friday, the 20th of October, 2023. It is 10:24 a.m. here in Australia. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you've been blessed. Brothers and sisters, I just want to jump on and do a quick video this morning because I've just been studying and I've come across something really cool, and I've been starting to do another document to show you some more evidence and some more biblical scriptures and stuff in regards to my previous video. But I thought, no, this can't wait. I've got to make a short video so that people see this because it's really quite cool. So what I first wanted to show you before I show you this amazing stuff is, again, with my chart. Basically, this is how I see the timeline. And we have here 2020 on the 16th of March. That is when the first injection of the you-know-what was given on the 16th of March 2020. And then we can read in Daniel 12, it says, from the time that the abomination desolation was set up, there should be 1,290 days. That brought us to the 27th of September 2023. And then it says, blessed are those who wait for the extra 45 days to bring them to the 1,335th day. That brings us to the 11th of November. And as you can see in my videos, those of you who had the patience to watch my long video, but you know, like I've always said, I have to do long videos because I use so much scripture and so much evidence to back everything up. But this, brothers and sisters, is very much where I believe that Satan's little season will start, when the angel comes down, puts the key into the bottomless pit, opens the pit from where Satan has been bound for the last 1,000 years. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go and watch my video. It explains everything. I know it sounds ridiculous and wild, but I show you a lot of evidence and how I came to this conclusion. But basically, on the 11th of November, that angel comes down with the key, opens the pit, releases Satan out from that pit, and there he starts his little season, which is the 42 months. We're told in Revelation that he has a reign of 42 months, which is 1,260 days. Okay? On that same day, on the 11th of November, which is also Remembrance Day, okay, and the last trumpet gets played on that day too. Literally, there's a world thing called Remembrance Day, and we stand to attention on the 11 past 11 on the 11th of November, and we give a minute's silence for Remembrance Day. So also that's going to be our redemption day, the rapture. Again, I want to stress, I'm not a human. I could be absolutely wrong about this. I'm praying that I'm not. But, this is why my videos are so long, because I have to give you so much detail about this and how I came to this particular date. But we have this time and date set from the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and this fits absolutely perfectly. Not only is the 11th of November, 11/11, something that so many of us have seen, on the Hebrew calendar, the 11th of November will be the 27th of Chesvan. The 27th of Chesvan is the day that Noah and his family came off the ark because the earth was dry. So effectively they came off the ark into the promised land. And so I believe, like it says in Daniel 12 as well, that Michael's going to stand up, the time of trouble is going to begin, and at that same time that those two things are happening, thy people shall be delivered. So it's like boom, 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 all at the same time. So the first thing that the Antichrist that Satan's going to do once he's been released from this pit is he's going to try and devour the child, because she's going to be caught up to God's throne, and he misses that. So the very next thing he's going to do is try and sneak into the wedding. Okay, and this is where we have the wedding parable, where the king comes in and he says, hey, how did you get in here without a wedding garment on? And the guy was speechless, and Father said to his servants, go bind him hand and foot and cast him out into outer darkness. So I believe that's what triggers the war in heaven. And Satan will be cast out with his angels, and he will never be allowed into heaven ever again. And this is when Satan gets cast down. This is all going to happen on this day. And he comes down to this earth, and he has a 42-month reign, which is 1,260 days. That goes from the 11th of November 2023 all the way to the 24th of April 2027. Okay, the 24th of April 2027 happens to be the 17th of Nisan, Resurrection Day. That's incredible in itself. But I just wanted to show you my chart. Now I want to show you the beginnings of my new document that I'm doing, because I'm doing a part 2 to the 1,000 years being added on to history. So I've started here, and I was in my research, something popped up, and I was like, oh my goodness, the stars falling from heaven has happened in history before. And not only just a minor to a major meteor shower. This was phenomenal. This was recorded down in history as people literally falling to their knees and praying, thinking that it was Judgment Day. This happened, brothers and sisters, on where was it? It was on the night of November 11th going into November 12th. Okay, these are depictions here of this day. People came out in the early mornings of November 12th and they looked at the sky and they thought that the world was going to end. It says here, description, over a 3-night span from November the 10th through to November the 12th, 1833, people looking skyward witnessed what is still considered to be the greatest astronomical spectacle in recorded history. It was November 11th and 12th of that year when countless meteors shot across the night sky, catching many people's attention and interest. People knelt down and prayed or flocked to churches thinking that the day of judgment was at hand. Historical astronomer John Horrigan will take you back to that day with an interactive indoor-outdoor presentation and also discuss some of the greatest meteor showers in history. Okay, but what I want you to note here, brothers and sisters, is it comes from the comet Swift-Tuttle, okay, parent of the Perseids, okay, and this is also comes from the Leonids. Now we come down here. Here's another depiction of this day. See people, man, woman, and child, they came out and they, falling to their knees or raising their hands to the sky thinking this was Judgment Day. November the 11th into the 12th. Okay, we have a look at here, the Leonids in Wikipedia, associated with the comet Tempel-Tuttle, and are also known for their spectacular meteor showers that occur about every 33 years. Okay, Tempel-Tuttle is also called the Leonid comet, as the yearly Leonid meteor showers result when the Earth crosses the comet orbital plane and encounters a trail of cometary dust. All right, go down here. Again, this is over Niagara Falls and here in Florida. Look at this, brothers and sisters. On the 11th of the 11th, 2023, this is exactly where Tempel Comet is. It's right in Leo, right at the foot of Leo. Absolutely amazing. So here again, we have the date of November the 12th, 1833. We see down here in Wikipedia the Leonids are a prolific annual meteor shower associated with the comet Tempel-Tuttle and are also known for their spectacular meteor showers that occur about every 33 years. The Leonids get their name from the location of their radiant in the constellation Leo. Okay, now something interesting that just came to my mind was we've had the sun being darkened. Okay, the sun being darkened and the moon not giving her light. We're going to have the penumbral eclipse that is going to be happening on the 28th, I believe. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, on the 28th going to the 29th. Okay, we're going to have the penumbral lunar eclipse, and this could be very much why this man here that looks like he's either from Iran or somewhere like that, and he's got black wings on. Okay, black wings, which could be symbolize the pale green horse rider, whose name is Death, and all of hell follows him. Okay, that's who's in the back here, all of hell. And this is a penumbral eclipse, okay? It's when basically a small part of the moon gets eclipsed. It's not a full lunar eclipse, but it still does turn blood red, the bit that's not. And then could it possibly be that again around the November 11th, that we're again going to see what could have been a warning back then or a mirror of what's to come? Could we see the stars fall again? So, like I said, I've just started this study, but I thought this was too cool not to just do a quick video so that, more people would actually see it. Again, if you are interested, I did a whole video. It's quite long. It's over just 2 hours and 40 minutes long, basically explaining to you about the millennial reign, how it's already happened. Well, we're still literally in it, okay? This is the difference between my theory and everybody else's theory. Everybody else who says that the millennial reign has already happened, it's been in the history, I don't actually believe that. I think that we have been in the millennial reign since the time of Christ. Because we read that in Luke 10, he says that he gives us all power over the demons and to tread on scorpions and serpents, and that he's going to be with us to the end of the age. And a lot of people think that's got to be physical and Christ has to be on this earth. This is what I'm studying more into to prove what I feel. And also the video details a lot about the fact I show you evidence via all the architecture, all the coins, all the buildings that have the markings on them. They used to use the small little I and the small J to represent in the year of Jesus, and before there was a J, it would be in the year of Isis, okay? And they would write that before the date. So what we consider 1765, for example, would actually be 765. And so there's been this 1,000-year added. I go right into the worldwide earthquakes that they had around the year 895. They had an earthquake 7 magnitude, 8 magnitude and above in almost every country in the world, which created this kind of mud flood, which was to cover up all of this information. And it's just to deceive us, brothers and sisters, to make us think that this is a future thing that's going to be happening in the future. Just here while I'm here, the sun also will be in the constellation Libra, the scales. This is the proper 7th month constellation where the sun should be. Even the Jews know this, but for some reason they have the 7th month applied to Virgo, which makes absolutely no sense. Again, November 11th, 2023 will be the 27th of Chesvan, the day that Noah and his family got off the ark because the earth was dried and he went into the promised land. Brothers and sisters, I want you to be open-minded and realize the deception where we're living in. Father told us to come out of her, my people, because all the churches, all the doctrines, all the things that were passed down through history have all been infiltrated. They're all corrupt. I'm going to spend a lot of time in study to try and show you and look into the millennial reign and what is supposed to actually happen in the millennial reign. People have this idea that we're going to be walking around with Christ on this earth, with a big rod iron and just, trampling on the people, what do you call it? Like the naughty people, the bad people, we're just going to be ruling over them and everything like this. But I don't believe this is actually in the scriptures. So I'm going to spend a lot of time in study, show you the scriptures and prove to you, brothers and sisters, that this is the whole reason why Christ came to this earth, became fully human, and died a perfect sacrifice for us, an atoning sin once and for all. And from that moment on, he gave us the power to rule and reign with him. And so I believe that we're literally right at the last couple of weeks of living in that millennial reign right now. And we're about to be redeemed. And that when we're going to be redeemed, that is when the angel comes down and opens the pit and releases Satan that's been bound. You may think, how can you say that with all the wars and the wickedness that is going on? I'm not saying that there was no devils and demons and things like that. That's not Satan. Okay, Satan was bound purely because Christ gave us since the fallen angels came down and they had all this advanced technology, we had an extremely unfair disadvantage, and Christ bound Satan so that the gospel could flourish and be sent to the whole world. Okay, but Satan needs his time, his little time where he's going to reign for those 42 months, and that is why he's been released from that pit. Again, if you want to see a lot more in depth of what I've said here before you just throw it in the trash, please go and watch the video, and then have an open mind and take everything I say to Father in prayer. But this is pretty exciting in regards to the meteor shower, the solar eclipse, the penumbral eclipse. And like I said, I just wanted to show you all this, and I hope it blesses you as it has me, and I'll continue to study and have a look into this millennial reign and see what the churches have taught. And already, like last night already, I was looking a little bit into what the churches believe, and I've got like 4 or 5 articles that mainstream Christianity churches believe that animal sacrifices will be restarted again. And this is what I'm like, all right, I have to dedicate my time to this, because there is such a confusion and such a deception onto what the millennial reign actually is. Okay, and so that is where my heart is. My heart is for the Father's kingdom, and I'm going to be about my Father's business until my last breath, or we're redeemed up out of here. So I love you, brothers and sisters. May Father bless you. May the Son bless you. And if I don't see you in the next video, I will see you in the skies. Bye-bye.